All right, in the vise today, I have a Kona Big Game Hook and a 2-aught. We're going to be tying the Tarpon Snake. Tarpon Snake obviously was tied for tarpon, but it's a pretty versatile saltwater pattern. I also like tying it in purple and black, the purple and black barred schlappen. Those are really cool. And then I like tying it in yellow and black for pike and smallmouth. Sometimes with the barred schlappen, you have to be a little creative just to get a good use of the hackles because they're not quite as consistent as the normal stuff. So I just took 6 hackles, tied them in all at once, splayed out 3 on each side. And once I get in here, I'm going to come in here and fix them a little bit. I want these hackles to be pretty similar in length and in size. That way that the fly is going to track really well. But I also don't mind if they're kind of universally inconsistent. I think it gives your fly a little bit better look. And as long as your fly tracks well, it doesn't really matter. So once I'm happy with those, gonna crank down, lock them into place, return to the shank so your thread wraps don't your thread wraps don't go anywhere. And we're gonna come in with some crystal flash. I have maybe 8, 10 strands. It's a pretty flashy fly. We're just gonna put this down each side, make a V, then you can pull tight and bring that down each side, really rocking that crystal flash in place. And it should be about the length of your schlappen feather. So just come in, trim those. And I'm gonna move my thread forward. I'm gonna tie in some bead chain eyes. This time I'm going with smalls, but you can use bead chain, other lead dumbbell eyes, whatever you need to get down to where the fish are. So get that locked into place. I won't put any glue on this right now. I'll wait till the end. That way I can do the head and the eyes at the same time. Come in with your first feather. I like to use a longer feather for the first one with a lot of that flop in it. And that floppy marabou gives it a little bit more action. Looks good in the water. And now this fly is essentially kind of sort of done. We're just going to take this schlappen, wrap it tight, stroke the fibers back, and we're just going to rinse and repeat as many times as we need to cover up this shank of the hook. As you can tell, these schlappen feathers are kind of thin. The stems and the hackles are pretty thin, so I might have to use more. Kind of depends on the schlappen you're using and what hook you're using. So get that all tidied up. Coming in with the next one again. This one I moved down the feather a little bit, as you can see. That way I'm gonna be moving that taper down. I'm just gonna do the same thing. I might only need 2 feathers for this one. And it's the same thing, just wrap those, stroking your fibers back. I was wrong, I'm gonna need 3. Get that locked in, pull the schlappen back so you're wrapping on top of it and in front of it. That really locks it into place well. Then for this next piece, we're just gonna need a little bit. And I wanna pretty much wrap this right up to the dumbbell, I'm sorry, not the dumbbell, the bead chain eyes. I do mine a little different. I like to put a collar on mine just as a little bit of a hotspot. Makes your flies a little bit more different than everyone else's, and I like doing it. I'm going to be using Guinea. You can use schlappen or leave it off if you want to tie it like the originals. But you can do whatever you want. I'm using Guinea. I have a thing about Guinea. I try and put it on as many things as I can. I think it's a pretty cool feather. It gives the fly a great speckled look with the color. Helps push a little bit of water, but you don't need much. You're just looking for a little bit, just a little bit to break up that black profile or whatever color you're tying. So get that locked into place. whip finish, and you're done. This is a great little streamer. If you're going to the saltwater, it's something you definitely want to take. I'm tying these up for a trip to the Bahamas, so that's why we're doing it today. Use whatever glue you want. And just lock this into place. Give this fly a try. It's fun to tie. So good luck on the vise, but better still, good luck on the water. There it is, the tarpon snake. Thanks for watching and have a good day.